Alright, y'all. At work, right, waiting to go home. About to get the last load of the day, I believe. So anyway, figure I'd take a few minutes to talk about this. And as most of you know, this is my Benchmade 940 Osborne. Now, some people just don't like Benchmade right off the bat for whatever reason. It's kind of like, well, anything. When it comes to equipment, you got people that like John Deere and hate everything else. And you got people that like everything else and hate John Deere. Same way with guns, same way with trucks, anything, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not real into the, all the company stuff, whatever policies, whoever's running it and all that kind of stuff. I just go by the product, and this is definitely my favorite knife that I've ever had. I've got a Benchmade Freak, which is a really good knife, and the reason I bought that is because it's so robust. And there was a video I seen by Dutch Bushcraft, I think. It's DBK for short. Dutch Bushcraft knives, and they had a video on it and was talking about, how tough it was being able to baton and do all these things with it. And it's a really good knife. One of my favorite knives. It's got a lot more blade belly than this has. The whole knife is overall bigger, which is good and bad. It's good in some situations. Carrying it every day, it's more bulk in your pocket and all that. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. But yeah, anyway, I think this is one of the best, definitely do-all knives, I believe. That's why I wanted it and why I carry it. So, it's not razor sharp. It's pretty sharp when I got it. Definitely sharper than it is now. I need to sharpen it. And I'm not great at sharpening knives anyway, so I doubt I'll ever have it as sharp as it was brand new out of the box. But this knife here has got a good sized blade on it. I like the reverse Tonto style. That's pretty cool. I think this knife kind of has a look of its own. You can tell one when you see it, kind of like a Colt Python. So I always carry a backup. I carry my Leatherman Surge here, and I usually don't use this knife blade unless I need something razor sharp. It is razor sharp. We actually use that castrating a bull, but that's another story. So I pretty much do everything else with this. Kind of a do-all knife, like I said. I like how it carries in the pocket. It's pretty sleek. So if you're, farming, logging like me, it's fine. Like I said, it's a good tough blade. If you're more of, white collar work or whatever type of deal like that, like I said, it's a slim profile. It carries pretty good. It's a pretty deep carry pocket clip on it, and it's got that appeal. It looks good with the way it's designed. I like the green. It's got the purple accents there, which look really good. Mine's kind of dirty and a little beat up now and everything, because I use mine, but they have lots and lots of different options you can get it in, and different scales and accents and stuff like that. And I believe they got some aftermarket scales too if you want to go that route. But yeah, there's a lot of people, like everything else, that really like this knife, and there's a lot of people that don't, and they may nitpick, in my opinion, because This knife was designed to be a working knife, like a farm work knife and stuff like that. I don't remember all the story, but the guy that invented it, I think, was a shepherd, had a lot of sheep or something, and designed it something where he could carry with him, and the point is made like it is to clean out the hooves on them, if I remember right. But that's what it was made for. It was made to be a working man's knife, not a, you know, because I like the EDC videos. I watch a lot of them. I like seeing all the cool stuff. But a lot of people get the knives just to carry around and show off and collect and do that kind of thing. I mean, they'll have a $300 knife that they probably never cut anything with it. If they did, it was maybe a piece of paper or open in a box. That's not what this knife's designed for. This knife is designed to work. And I think it is one of the best working man's knives that you can get. Like I said, I've carried it every day since I bought it. I hadn't had any desire to change to something else. And it's done everything that I've needed it to do. And it's not a big bulky package either. So it is expensive, but in this day and time, really, what is not? And you get what you pay for. Now, you can get good knives even from Benchmade cheaper, in the, you know, $100–$120 range. You can get good knives cheaper than that, you know, $70–$80. But like I said, I wanted this knife for the reasons I said earlier. And also, I like to pay once and cry once kind of deal. I don't see any reason why this knife won't last me my lifetime, to be honest with you. Everybody can remember their grandpa. Most of the time, the older folks picked one knife and they stuck with it. You know, whether they were a case knife fan, whether they was an old timer fan, maybe an Uncle Henry fan, stuff like that. That's what they carried all the time, that one knife. And I plan on this being my one knife. And, you know, when I'm gone, it'll be passed on to one of my kids, or possibly a grandkid, who knows. But I like to buy quality stuff. I don't want to buy a $20 knife that's a piece of junk that is not going to hold up, it's not going to cut, it's never going to have an edge on it no matter what you do, and it's probably going to break and you'll be replacing it, you know, 6 months to a year. And yeah, you can buy a lot of those $20 knives for what this one costs, but I wouldn't trade this knife for 50 of those $20 knives. You know, same way with prepping and survival gear. You know, when you first start out, you don't want to pay the expensive prices for everything when you can get something, you know, cheaper that looks to be the same, will fulfill the same role for, I don't know how you say, better or worse. It's supposed to. It may be a one-time use, but it's supposed to fill the role. But as I've come along through that and really doing a lot of things on my own, like the farm and stuff, instead of, you know, working for somebody, helping somebody or whatever, this is my deal. Everything gets bought and paid for with my money, and I have to take care of it and maintain it or replace it or whatever needs to be done. I want quality stuff. Time is also valuable. I don't want to spend 3 hours screwing around with something that is not made for the job or is not heavy duty enough and all that, and you know, should have been done in an hour with the right tool, the right quality stuff. So that's all I'm gonna say on that, is you get what you pay for, I believe. Like I said, I like this knife. I like how it's made. I like the blade on it, all that good stuff. It is expensive, but I believe it's more or less worth the money, or at least it is to me. But anyway, I also put oil on mine. I use just this Lucas gun oil stuff. I put it on my Leatherman too to make it smooth and everything. But this here, you can open it pretty good, pretty fast if you practice with it and all. Like I said, it's a smaller profile, so you gotta have your fingers in just the right place. I put them like that on the edge of the pocket clip and then just flick it up. So anyway, Benchmade 940, working man's knife, and maybe just some style points. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Stay prepped up, prayed up, and strapped up. See ya.